Plan your build, guys. Plan, plan, plan. Yeah, so when I set up the pond last year and plumbed the Nexus in and the UV and that, in my haste, I'll show you what I did. Stupid. Here you see, it's in position there and in position there. Yeah, so they're joined, and the problem is I need to change the UV bulb. And as you can see, I have no room to get out the UV bulb. Yeah, I noticed nearly straight away after doing it, but I said I'll be alright for another year, but now I need to change it. So what I'm going to have to do is put the pipe there and cut the pipe over there, and I'm going to use, got these rubber joiners, so just put them on instead. So hopefully it's not too bad. Just turn off the water and isolate it so it doesn't get spilled all over the place. Another thing I have to do in the filter bay is the carbon in that was replaced not so long ago, but it's still giving out a little bit of, you see the way the water trickles in there. I only have a tiny bit of a trickle going in, but I just noticed there's a tiny bit of chlorine getting in. I checked it and there seems the water's going to be a bit pink, so there's a tiny bit of chlorine. I used the DPD tablets. So I'm going to get that out, give it a good shake and maybe a rinse through, just to, like, maybe the water could have found a route in without touching much of the carbon. So yeah, I'll get that out and give it a shake. So I got it out, gave it a good shake, and now it's running clear, no chlorine. So that's coming up to trickle in, and as you can see, it's very little water I trickle in. It basically gives me enough that it fills that I can dump the Nexus maybe every second day. And that's all I really want. It's only a 1500 gallon pond, so it's plenty for me. Yeah, so that's the bulb changed, and I have the rubber. You can't see it there, but the rubber's on now instead. The pond is back up and running, pump's running, and it's not leaking, thank God. Another little job done. So I just got this in the post today. Just the fact with the carbon filter, even though the carbon was replaced relatively recently, I was still getting a little bit of chlorine in, even, and then I had to shake it every so often, but I never know when it's actually happening. So I got this filter as well, just to add on to it. I'll plumb that in the weekend. So what it is, it's a pond chlorinator system. It's high capacity. I'm just wondering, would I put this before or after the carbon filter? If you can let me know down in the comments. I was thinking maybe after it, just to take out the last bit of chlorine if there was something left. Yeah, it's a good bit of kit. It came with a solid hinge, and then your usual connections for hooking up the hose. Yeah, so again, just wondering if it goes before or after the carbon. So the Nexus 220 comes with 50 litres of K1 plus, it's Nexus 220 plus, and so I got that up and going, and then in January I added another 50 litres slowly, and I'm after ordering another 50 litres because I believe the Nexus, the max it can hold is 150 litres, so I'll gradually add that every about 10 litres every week, just so it's not all overflowing. Get it boiling. Just with the K1 plus media here, different people say different things. Some people say they should PP it before it goes in it, just to get rid of the factory wax. Others say the reason the K1 plus is so good is because you don't have to do that, you can just literally lob it in. So I'm not sure, but that's bubbling away nice now. And again, if you're adding 150 litres of K1 plus, you need a decent air pump. I have that one there, runs the Nexus, and it's 95 litres per minute. So I think that's kind of the minimum size you need to get it to get the 150 litres in. So the last couple of weeks I've moved on some fish. I just had a lot of red, white and black in the pond, a lot of Gosanki. So I moved on two Sankies and one Showa. I also moved across my Isa from the growing show into the main pond. He's doing very well. And also the Shinoda Hyosuri. Love that fish. It's going to be lovely when it gets a bit bigger. Yeah, so they're all doing well. So why did I move fish on? Well, I don't know if you can see it, but there's two fish floating in the bag. Yeah, so I'll give them another few minutes just to settle down, get acclimatized, get used to the water, and we'll have a closer look at them. So this is the first one. It's a male Asagi. It's from Oya Koi Farm. Absolutely love this fish. Near perfect condition. There's a small, don't even see it, there's a black scale, but besides from that, absolute perfect condition. Nice white head, 45 cm. And you can see the penny is starting to come up. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so again, he's only this size, 45 cm, so he'd be a big fish. The Asagi have a bit of a reputation of being a bit of boisterous fish, a bit wild. So, something different for the pond. Yeah, so I'm absolutely delighted with him. We'll get him in the pond and get out the next one. Next we have this absolute beaut of a Shirosuri. Again, measures in at 45 cm, load of body on her, female, and from NND. It's a bit fainy looking at the moment, but that's expected. It's been in the bag for the guts of 6 hours. So the Sumi quality on her is absolutely brilliant, and the body shape, and yeah, it's going to be a big fish as well. It's from, if you're familiar with it, the jumbo lineage in NND. Yeah, so absolutely love this fish. Yeah, you can see it's a bit fainy, but it's just from being bagged up. Give it a few days. When she settles down, that should go pure white again. Absolute perfect condition. Yeah, so absolutely beautiful fish. Get her in the pond. Yeah, so I'll let them settle in the pond. One thing I did do, I don't usually keep a salt level in my pond, but the fact I was adding these two relatively big fish today from my pond, I upped the salt level to 0.3 just so they settle in a bit better, and you know, will calm them down a bit. So with this salt meter, it's a must for anybody, 0.32. Yeah, so I salted that last night, brought it up to 0.32, and that will settle them down a lot more. Yeah, so it's a couple of hours later, and Shiro's settled in very well. There's no real pink left on him. He's gone really white again. He's doing well. He's even up and eating. I just have the air off there for a minute while I'm filming, and sort of a little bit out of sorts. There's the Asagi doing well as well. So overall, I'm delighted with them. So in the pond now, I have Yamabuki Ogun, the Shiro, the little Isa Showa, Kahaku, Asagi, Showa, and yeah, so there's 9 in it, which I'm happy about. Yeah, so all doing well. And just before I go, one thing I would recommend getting a new fish is maybe covering the pond the first day or two you have them. A while back I got a brand new chagai, and that night it jumped out of the pond, wasn't covered or anything, so that was devastating. I learned a lesson. So yeah, just new environment for them and everything. You're better off covering the pond for the first night or two. Thank you. See you again.